Teacher unions all across the U.S. are asking school districts to rethink how students are involved in lockdown as well as active shooter drills.
Fox 13's Sydney Glenn shows us how schools in Utah handle the drills and what parents think of them. Sydney.
Yeah, Utah state law requires elementary schools to have drills every single month. Junior high and high schools have them less often, but still several times throughout the year. Those drills range from fire drills to lockdown drills.
Schools should not be a scary place.
I've got one victim.
Fear of a shooting taking place on a campus, in a classroom, in a lunchroom plagues our nation.
It does happen, so it is a worry, I think, for everyone.
About 95% of public schools across the nation have some sort of active shooter or lockdown drill in place, the National Center for Education Statistics reports. But now, two major teacher unions and an advocacy group are questioning these drills.
The research out there has shown that in places that we've had these incidences in school with violence, that the lockdown drills and things like that really didn't have that big of an impact on how it was handled.
Bill Acey is the president of the American Federation of Teachers Utah chapter. He says research shows these drills can do more harm than good.
If they're very realistic, if they are not announced beforehand, if they're not planned, it can really traumatize students.
That's why the AFT, along with the National Education Association and an advocacy group, Everytown For Gun Safety, say they do not recommend these drills for students and ask that if the drills are done, that they take steps to minimize harm.
It's a balancing act.
Most parents we spoke with, however, have been happy with the drills. Kayla Whittle says her kindergarten wasn't afraid at all.
There was a lot of curiosity. She had 1,000 questions, and we had some really good discussions about just sometimes there are bad things that can happen.
Just review our 7 habits and talk about what they are and why they're important.
First things first.
At the end of the day, everyone just wants schools to be a safe place. The groups ask that if schools do have these type of drills, that students are made aware beforehand and that it's made very, very clear that it's a drill and nothing is actually happening. But we want to hear from you. Do you think that there should be lockdown or active shooter drills in schools? Just head to our Facebook page and let us know. Live in Salt Lake City, Sydney Glenn, Fox 13 News, Utah.
A tough question, and listen to this stance. The National Association of School Resource Officers says active shooter drills are helping students to be prepared. The association's executive director says they work with school psychologists, and it shows the drills must be appropriate to individual development levels and take into consideration prior traumatic experiences, special needs, and personalities.